Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Joey Sly is going to have the honor of getting us started. And we're off from Levi's Stadium. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. An early one, 2 left for him to spend. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, and they go right back to him. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Fred Warner. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to Pacheco. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Williams will look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The conversion unlikely, but the offense is going for it. 4th and 13. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the 49ers will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Rattler. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
19 Tiger.
2nd and 10 now. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Bears pick it up, headed the other way. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. They'll have 1st and goal to go. They gain 18 on the previous play. They'll run. Pacheco finds the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's 2nd and 5. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he tried, but couldn't turn the corner. He's tackled at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Rattler back to throw. Reeled in by George Kittle. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Ready? 79 Broncos. Panther 11. Panther 11.
From the gun on third down. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Bears are going to take over deep in their own territory. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Let's go now.
First down throw by Williams. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
First down, Williams. Hits his running back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And this one doesn't go far. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
Williams from the gun. Able to get it to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. We have an injured player out there now, and it's DJ Moore who's being looked at after being shaken up. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Throw right side hauled in by Komet. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Sidney Brown in on that stop.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route. Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Ready.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. And that punt reaches 50 yards. they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They motion the tight end over. Lone back gets the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Set. Set, go.
From the 21. Finds the in route complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a 49er 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cowboy 80.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Rattler to the air now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 47. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Let's go now.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The rookie from Oklahoma has it. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right?
Yeah.
That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
It's a foot race. A lot of mess on the move here. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears parlay the interception into points. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Bears double their lead to 14.
49ers nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
Now a give left side. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. Here we go. 18, Pioneer. Ready, ready.
From the 34. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Go. Warrior 70. Cup 19. Cup 19. Keep it moving. Hut.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ready, ready.
Rattler setting to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Ready, ready.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Set. Ready.
From the 29. And he juices one incomplete.
Pretty easy to see here. He just simply takes off before he gets full possession, and that is a drop. It's kind of like when a receiver gets a handoff. You got to secure the ball first before you can make anything else happen.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Set. Okay, smash. Buffalo 18. Cougar 19.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down.
Ready. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Looking to throw, Rattler. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's go now. Drop ball leading. 7 Pirates. Go.
Working from the gun, Williams. And the 49ers get there and take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the 49ers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Sending a receiver left. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
Here we go. Here we go. Viking 18.
Garindo hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Isaac Garindo with the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
A second down run by Pacheco. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. And it's the Bears who have 1st and 10. Williams set to pass. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He's got him. That's Pacheco. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Rattler back to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now. 60 Maverick. Go.
Here's Rattler. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jalen Johnson with the pick. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes, and if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Starting from the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
And they send a man in motion. Getting right back to it after that interception. Gets it to him on the screen. Space past the 35. Good gain here as he heads out of bounds.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Set up. 70 range. Ready.
Now Rattler. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
18 Rattler. Mustang 19.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Here we go. Check go.
Going to the ground again on 1st. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Ready. 60 Bobcat. Trap 60. 79 Broncos. Panther 11. Ready.
Throwing is Rattler. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
Ready up. Here we go. Shot.
Rattler. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And now it's 2nd down.
Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Set. 19 Lions. 18 Pioneer. Get up.
2nd and 10 now. Catch is made down the right sideline.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Up and good from Joseph. And that'll get him back to 11.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. This return starts at the 5. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Let's go now.
Here's the handoff. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Come on, set.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They send him left out of the slot. Rattler to the air now. Pearsall there to grab it. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's go.
Putting a receiver in motion. Working inside the red zone. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment fakes. He's at the 1. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
On the ready.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and punch it in. Gets in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Here's Slide to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. Ball at the 33 for first down. Out of the pistol, Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Throwing again on second, Williams. He gets this to Tyler Scott. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Chicago first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here we go. Set.
First down throw by Williams. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the thousandth time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Ready.
Running back sent in motion. Williams to throw on first. Has his man, it's Odunze. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go now.
Motioning him from the slot right. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Touchdown, Chicago! Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Bears drive their lead to 11.
49ers 20. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return.
25-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Rattler setting to throw. Taken in on the right side by Pearsall. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Yard line.
Set it. Bison. Warriors 70. Cup 19. Cup 19. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Looking to throw, Rattler. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jalen Johnson with the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Let's go.
Here's a give up the middle. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Zaven Collins in on the tackle. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go. 19 tight. Go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Setting up the screen. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down, because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Ready. 7 Pirates. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. Hut.
Rattler back to throw. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Third and long for him here. And the big hitter will not be reeled in. That's incomplete, and that would have made for an impressive catch on our final play of the third quarter. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the fourth. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
18, Rattler. Set.
Here's Rattler. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Bears get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the 49ers have some new life in the fourth. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they threw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back can show off his wheels.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Let's go now. Mustang 19.
Receiver in motion going left. Here's 2nd and 11. On the move, headed right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Come on, set.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This from 48 on the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
Returnable from the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go.
It's Pacheco again. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Slot man in motion right. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
This wide receiver run game, what it really does, Kate, is it tests the soundness of your defense. How assignment sound are you? Well, that was an excellent example of this defense doing its work on the practice field and, more importantly, put into execution on the game field.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Looking to throw. He puts some air under this one, deep right. That's grabbed inside the 30. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Pacheco. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here we go. Set.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They give it to him up the middle. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Set.
They'll try with Pacheco. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Bears have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Set. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Go.
Now Rattler. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll get it up to the 44. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
Ready. Chop 60. Chop 60. 79 Bronco. Hut, hut.
Rattler. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers facing a 15-point deficit.
Okay, break.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 Lion. 18 Pioneer. Ready, ready.
Throwing is Rattler. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Set. Ready. Hut.
Looking to throw it. Complete to Pearsall. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. Finding Pearsall. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
70 Timberwolf. Ready.
From the 39. That finds Ayuk complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's first and 10.
Warriors 70. Ready.
Throwing now from the gun. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson has it. Into the red zone. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Bears grow the lead now to 22 points.
49ers 23. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10.
Come on. Set. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Getting right back to it after that interception. Dumped off to his running back. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Dragon 60. Go.
Throwing from the gun. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Set.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Hut, hut.
Rattler to the air now. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Let's go. Ready, ready.
Desperation time here on 4th. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Bears are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
So the Bears take this one on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Bears winners, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.